Welcome back to Bloom. The pandemic has increased the popularity of online services in every industry, including therapy. Teletherapy can increase the mental health and well-being of people while providing easy access to services. Joining us to discuss is licensed mental health counselor Sula Horace of McNulty Counseling. Welcome to Bloom.
Thank you.
You know, we've been talking about trying to find the silver linings during the COVID-19 pandemic, and access to mental health care has become easier for many Americans. What is teletherapy and how does it work?
Well, teletherapy is doing therapy over a computer. And I know that sounds scary to some people because they think I need to be tech savvy or I need to know what I'm doing around a computer. And really it's not. All you need to do is be able to have even a cell phone or an iPad. And you click on a link and you go to a HIPAA approved website, and then you do a therapy session just like we're doing right here.
Yeah, so if you know how to take a selfie, if you know how to get some video of yourself, you can have teletherapy, and it's as easy as clicking on a link, as you said, which is incredible. So who are some of the clients that use teletherapy now?
Well, teletherapy's been around for a while. And it started first with people who were busy, like executives or people who didn't have time to come down to the office. But now it has grown to people who are stuck at home because of the pandemic. Also moms. I have moms who do their teletherapy with me during their child's nap time. Teenagers who are running between school or maybe soccer practice, they'll do teletherapy either from home, in the car, and we even have couples that do teletherapy with us, and they can do it while their children are sleeping at night. We can do it from 2 different locations and have a couple session. So it's really expanded.
And I would imagine it's really expanding in the wake of this COVID-19 pandemic because, you know, it has brought up the conversation about, you know, mental health without the stigma. Do you feel that that's yet another silver lining?
Yes, because what's happened is you have HIPAA who's come across with, and they have their new outline for all of these teletherapy services. Also, the licensing boards from all the states, they've eased a little bit of the access. So people who are having to go home or travel, we're not having these strict guidelines of, oh, you can't do therapy from this place to that place. And the number one thing I think is that insurance providers are now reimbursing and they're covering teletherapy, which they never did before. And I think it's because they're seeing that we need to get these services before something else happens worse to their client.
Yeah, I mean, not to sit on a soapbox, but it is kind of tragic that it took a pandemic to cut through all of this red tape. But hey, the good news is at least that red tape is gone for many people. Now, are there any issues that you feel are not appropriate for teletherapy?
That depends on the therapist. Before the pandemic, there were people who would say, if you have a severe issue, teletherapy is not for you. But with everything, even your primary care doctor, everybody is kind of incorporating it in one way or another. So I would say it would have to depend on the therapist, because there are people who do EMDR, which is a very intensive trauma therapy, and they can do it via teletherapy.
Really?
Yes, there are lots of breakthroughs now because we've all had to adapt, just like schools, physicians, and us as therapists as well.
And I was going to say another reason that might keep people away from in-person therapy is that they're afraid of the virus itself. And so this is also a safe way to meet with your counselor.
Definitely. I myself have a family member who is high risk. And since March, I am 100% doing teletherapy. I don't go to my office at all. And my schedule is packed from morning to night.
Yeah, I'm sure there's demand. So what can viewers at home do if they're feeling like they need help?
They can reach out to us, or they can call their insurance provider, because now all of us as licensed therapists have gotten information from the insurance companies, from HIPAA, from our licensing boards, saying we need you to put it out there that you are available via teletherapy. They want us to let people know because they don't want them to be alone and isolated from all these services.
Yeah, I'm on my husband's insurance plan. As soon as you log on, it's the first thing that pops up. They're letting you know the access. Exactly, and I'm glad you are. If you would like more information, you can visit Sula's website at McNultyCounseling.com and her Facebook page at McNultyCW, and that's great information. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
All right, we're going to be back with more Bloom right after this.